Reported speech is how we report another person's words, that is, how we restate what someone said. The focus of this first lesson will be on two questions. What's the difference between quoted speech and reported speech? When can we use say and tell? And to make it a little more interesting, I've chosen the theme of birthdays. I hope this will make it a little more enjoyable to learn about reported speech.
Do you like birthdays? I like celebrating birthdays, just not mine. So are you ready to get started with our lesson on birthdays and reported speech? Good, let's begin.
Point 1. What's the difference between quoted speech and reported speech? Well, let me explain by giving you an example.
I like birthdays.
What did Jennifer say? We can answer that question two different ways. With quoted speech, Jennifer said, "I like birthdays." Or with reported speech, Jennifer said that she liked birthdays. Quoted speech uses the exact words of the speaker. It's also called direct speech. Reported speech does not use the exact words of the speaker. It's also called indirect speech. Quoted speech uses quotation marks. They go around the original words. Reported speech does not use quotation marks. Look at these examples of quoted and reported speech. Do you see in quoted speech we have quotation marks around the original words? Those original words can be stated at the end or at the beginning. Inside those quotation marks we have a period and commas just before the second quotation mark. We can name the speaker at the beginning or at the end. And if it's at the end, we can switch around the reporting verb and the speaker. Jennifer said or said Jennifer. Note, with a pronoun, we normally just say she said, not said she. And in reported speech, there are no quotation marks. The same holds true for questions in quoted speech. We can name the speaker at the beginning or at the end, and we put quotation marks around the original words. And the question mark? It falls within the quotation marks.
Let's try an exercise.
Exercise 1. Correct the mistakes. Example. What's wrong with the statement? My birthday is in March, Jennifer said. The mistake is with the quotation marks. Let's move them and put them around the original words. Try number 1. Jennifer asked, "When is your birthday?" Do you see the mistake? This is quoted speech. We need quotation marks around the original words, like this. Number 2. Jennifer told us that her birthday is in March. Do you see the mistake? There should be no quotation marks. This is reported speech. 3. My daughter's birthday is in May, Jennifer said. Do you see the mistake? This is direct speech, quoted speech. Use quotation marks and do not use a dash. 4. My daughter will be 2, said Jennifer. Do you see the mistake? It's a small one. We need a comma. Place it right before the second quotation mark. Point 2. When can we use say and tell?
The two most common reporting verbs are probably say and tell. Let's talk about each of them.
Both say and tell are reporting verbs. We often use tell if we name the speaker and the listener. For example, she told us that she's over 30. We can use say to name the listener too, but it's not as common. She said to us that she's over 30. That's okay. She told us that she's over 30. This is more natural. Please note, if you use say to name the speaker and the listener, use to. Don't use to after tell. Here are two examples. She said to us that she's over 30. She told us that she's over 30. Do you see the difference? Two very common structures for reported statements then are the following. Who plus said plus that. She said that she's over 30. You can also leave that out. She said she's over 30. And who plus told plus whom plus that. She told us that she's over 30. Again, you can leave out that. She told us she's over 30. Let me also try to help you by sharing some differences that I see between say and tell. We use say for greetings and farewells. For example, he said hello to us. We say good morning to our teacher every day. They said goodbye. Note with these greetings and farewells, if you name the listener goes after what is said. He said hello to us. We also use say for giving yes/no answers and stating polite phrases. For example, she said yes. They always say no. We say bless you after someone sneezes. We tend to use tell for facts and pieces of information. For example, he told us his age. You told them a story. She told me how to find the cafe. It would sound a bit strange to change told to said in these sentences. He said to us his age. You said to them a story. She said to me how to find the cafe. A little awkward. So tell is best for facts and pieces of information, especially long pieces of information.
Are you ready for another exercise?
Exercise 2. Choose say or tell. Let's start with an example. Alex smiled when he saw the present and... Should we choose said or told thanks? The listener is not named, and thanks is one of those polite phrases. The correct choice is said. We say thanks just like we say sorry and excuse me. Now you try number 1. Read the statement and then I'll tell you the answer. Answer: David told a joke at the party. Telling a joke is telling a piece of information. We tell a joke just like we tell a story. Number 2. Answer: Chris told us he wasn't feeling well and left early. Grammatically, there can only be one choice, told, because we don't have the preposition to, said to us. Their only choice, told. Chris told us. 3. Answer: At 11:30, Sandy said good night and left. The only choice is said. Good night is a farewell. Just like we say goodbye, we say good night. 4. Answer: Max and Joan said to me that they couldn't come to the party. The only answer is said. Look at the grammar. We have the preposition to. We cannot say told to me. We can only say said to me. Well, that's the end of this first lesson on reported speech, but there's more to learn. In the following lessons, we'll talk about changing reference words, changing verb tenses, reporting questions, and using other reporting verbs. Additional practice is available at EnglishCafe.com. Look for my username, JenniferESL, and you'll see the follow-up exercise to this lesson. You can also find the direct link in the lesson description to this video here on YouTube.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and happy studies.
Compare direct speech and reported speech in the examples below. In direct speech, the exact words of the person are quoted and the tense stays the same. In reported speech, the direct words are not used and the tense changes. So, direct speech, she said, you have to wait here till tomorrow, there is no change in the original. In the reported speech, she said I had to wait there till the next day, there are several changes. First, the subject changes. In direct speech, you becomes I. The verb tense also changes. Have becomes had. The place also changes. Here becomes there. And the time changes. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Okay, let's look at the form. There are two ways to report what another person has said, direct speech and reported speech. In direct speech, the person's exact words are presented in inverted commas. In reported speech, some changes occur. Here are two examples. In direct speech, Tariq said, I'm sure you will enjoy your stay here this week. And in reported speech, Tariq said that he was sure I would enjoy my stay there that week. I've put the word that in parentheses because it's optional. In the reported speech section, there are changes in pronoun, tense, place, and time. Pronoun, I becomes he. Tense, am becomes was. Pronoun, you becomes I. Tense, will becomes would. Pronoun, your becomes my. Place, here becomes there. And time, this week, changes to that week. Let's look now in more detail at how to change the tense, pronouns, time, and place. Tariq told Yasmin the following. In direct speech, I feel great today. Reported speech. He told Yasmin he felt great that day. I've lived here since last year. He told Yasmin he had lived there since the year before. They're meeting at 10 p.m. He told Yasmin they were meeting at 10 p.m. I wrote the essay yesterday. He told Yasmin he had written the essay the day before. I was sleeping earlier. He told Yasmin he had been sleeping earlier. I don't think it's going to rain. He told Yasmin he didn't think it was going to rain. I hope it will be sunny tomorrow. He told Yasmin he hoped it would be sunny the next day. Now I'm going to review the different tense changes. You can see them here on the left in yellow. Present simple becomes past simple. Present perfect becomes past perfect. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Past simple becomes past perfect. Past continuous becomes past perfect continuous. Going to becomes was going to, and will becomes would. Now we're going to look at the form for reporting questions, information questions and yes-no questions. Let's look first at the two information questions. Where are you from? Where do you live? In reported speech, he asked her where she was from, he asked her where she lived. And the yes-no questions. Do you like classical music? Are you leaving? He asked her if she liked classical music, he asked her if she was leaving. For the information questions, there's a change in order of subject and verb. For direct speech, the order is verb-subject, while for reported speech, the order changes to subject-verb. The yes-no questions use do you or are you. The form for reported speech uses if, subject, and verb in a changed tense. I'm going to follow on from lesson 35A by looking at the form for requests and orders. Tariq asks Yasmin the following. Can you help me with the translation? Please close the window. Let's look first at can you help me with the translation? This is a request in the form of a yes-no question. There are two possible reported speech forms for this request. He asked her if she could help him with the translation, and he asked her to help him with the translation. He asked her if she could help him with the translation involves moving the tense back from can to could. And he asked her to help him with the translation. This form uses the to infinitive, and the reported speech form for the imperative please close the window. There are two possibilities. He asked her to close the window. He told her to close the window. Each form uses the to infinitive. He asked her sounds like he was being polite, while he told her sounds like he was being rude. And finally, don't change the verb if the statement remains true at the time of reporting. The time and place can also stay the same if neither has changed at the time of speaking. Let me illustrate this with the following sentences. Tarek said to Yasmin, "I love Moroccan food. I live here now." Those are the direct speech forms. In reported speech, it would be as follows. He told her he loves Moroccan food. He told her he lives here now. He still loves Moroccan food, so there's no tense change. And he still lives here at the time of reporting, so there's no tense, place, or time change. And for the practice task, look at the direct speech examples below. Then complete the sentence next to it using reported speech. Here are the answers. Number 1, in direct speech, she said, "You look tired." And in reported speech, she said he looked tired. 2, I saw a great film last night. She said she had seen a great film the night before. 3, I'm going to call you later. She told him she was going to call him later. 4, are you tired? She asked him if he was tired. Him is optional. 5, when are you leaving? She asked him when he was leaving. Again, him is optional. 6, will you help me with my essay? She wanted to know if he would help her with her essay. 7, don't make so much noise. She told him not to make so much noise. 8, I love Thai food, and it's still true. She said she loves Thai food. Let's go through a summary of the lesson. When you use direct speech, you quote someone's words directly. When you use reported speech, you change the verb tense, pronouns, time, and place. I want to meet you here this evening becomes he said he wanted to meet me there that evening. And I finished the essay last night becomes he said he had finished the essay the night before. For questions, requests, and orders, the form can be slightly different. Are you happy becomes he asked if I was happy. Where did we meet before? He asked where we had met before. Can you help me with my essay? He asked if I could help him with his essay. Be quiet. He told me to be quiet. And if the thing that you're saying is still true at the time of reporting, don't change the tense. I love Indian food becomes he said he loves Indian food. This is because he still loves it now at the time of reporting.
In this lesson, we'll practice reporting WH questions. WH questions use WH words. Question words like who, what, where, and question words like how. They're not just single words, they can be phrases like how far, how long, what kind. These question words ask for information, so WH questions ask for more information than just a yes or no. So are you ready to learn how to report these questions? Let's begin. Let's start with an example of quoted speech. Two women are sitting at a table discussing a friend's birthday. One asks, "What did Brian give Tracy for her birthday?" "Who gave her those roses?" In each question, I've highlighted the subject and verb in red so that you can easily see a difference in word order. WH questions can have different word order. Do you remember why? Unlike yes-no questions, WH questions can either have question word order or statement word order. Most WH questions will have question word order, as in our first example. What did Brian give Tracy for her birthday? The WH word is followed by a verb plus subject. If there's a helping verb, it's that helping verb that comes before the subject. Did Brian. The question words what and who can also have statement word order. This is the case in our second example. Who gave her those roses? That's subject plus verb. Who gave. In this question, the word who is our subject. It's important to understand whether we have question word order or statement word order. If you already have statement word order in your question, there's less work to do, fewer changes to make in reported speech. Our first example is a question with question word order. We'll need to change to statement word order in reported speech. The original question, what did Brian give Tracy for her birthday? Becomes, the woman asked her friend what Brian had given Tracy for her birthday. The subject, Brian, comes before the verb, had given, and of course our verb shifted back to the past perfect. Our second example is a question with statement word order, so we can keep this word order in the reported statement. Our original question, who gave Tracy those roses? Becomes, the woman asked her friend who had given Tracy those roses. The subject is still followed by the verb, who had given, and again our verb shifted to the past perfect.
I think you're ready for an exercise.
Exercise. Listen to each exchange. Report the question. Example. Listen to Jennifer ask Sally a question.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is July 21st.
What did they say? Here are their words. How can we report the question? The question word is when, so we know we're dealing with question word order. We'll have to change this to statement word order, and our verb will have to shift back a tense. The reported statement is not complete, so let's complete it together. Jennifer asked, let's insert our question word, when, subject, Sally's birthday, verb, was. Jennifer asked when Sally's birthday was. We could also say Jennifer asked Sally when her birthday was. Sally said her birthday was July 21st. Now you try number 1. Listen to Jennifer ask Eric a question.
How do you celebrate your birthday?
I like to go out to dinner with my family.
What did they say? Here are their words. How will you report the question? Jennifer asked how Eric celebrated his birthday. We could also say Jennifer asked Eric how he celebrated his birthday. Eric said he liked to go out to dinner with his family. Number 2. Listen to Jennifer ask Eric another question.
What's the best birthday gift you ever got?
Oh boy. Probably a musical instrument, saxophone.
What did they say? Here are their words. How will you report the question? Jennifer asked what was the best birthday gift Eric had ever got. Eric said the best gift he had ever got was probably a saxophone. Number 3. Listen to Tim ask Jennifer a question.
What age were you most excited to celebrate?
Probably 16. Like 16 seemed very mature.
What did they say? Here are their words. How will you report the question? Tim asked what age Jennifer had been most excited to celebrate. Jennifer said she had probably been most excited to celebrate her 16th birthday. In this lesson, we're going to finish talking about how we report questions. Let's begin right away with an exercise to see how well you can spot a reported question in a dialogue. Exercise 1. Listen to the dialogue between Jennifer and Tim. They are preparing for a party. Try to identify 2 reported questions. Hello.
Hey Jen, it's Tim.
Did you talk to Rob? Is he coming to the party tonight?
Yeah, he asked what to bring. I told him it would be nice to have some more CDs.
That would be great. I like Rob's taste in music. How about Lisa? Did you talk to her?
Uh-huh. She said she'll be here. Oh, and she asked to bring her roommate along. I said sure. Is that okay?
Of course. We'll have plenty of food. Speaking of which, I need to get things ready. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Were you able to identify 2 reported questions? Take a close look. It was Tim who reported 2 questions. In the first, he reported Rob's words. He asked what to bring. In the second, he reported Lisa's words. She asked to bring her roommate along. But what were the original statements? Perhaps Rob asked, "What should I bring?" Or, "What can I bring?" Perhaps Lisa asked, "Can I bring my roommate along?" Or, "Is it all right to bring my roommate along?" Or even, "May I invite my roommate to come along?" You may have already noticed that in English, as in most any other language, there's usually more than one way to express the same idea. When we look at a reported statement, we can't always be certain what exactly the original words were. We express the same meaning in reported speech, but we don't necessarily have to use the same words or the same structures to do that. In this lesson, we'll practice reporting questions, and I'll teach you that sometimes we can report questions in more than one way. We'll practice using infinitives and something called a WH infinitive to report questions. In this lesson, we'll answer the following questions. What are infinitives? What are WH infinitives? How and when can we use infinitives to report questions? What are infinitives? Here are some examples. To go, to buy, to find. They're formed by using to plus the base verb. What are WH infinitives? They're simply a WH word, also known as a question word, plus the infinitive. For example, where to go, when to buy, how to find. Please note that why is not usually used to form WH infinitives. So how and when do we use infinitives to report questions? Well, when questions have modal verbs such as should, can, and would, we sometimes use infinitives and WH infinitives to report those questions. I say sometimes because it depends on what the modal verbs express. Let me help you understand by showing you some examples. Example 1, a request. Mom, will you help me choose a birthday present for Becky? Asked Neil. Now how will we report this question? Neil asked his mother if she would help him choose a birthday present for his little sister. We could also say, Neil asked his mother to help him choose a birthday present for his little sister. Here, in the second reported statement, we have an infinitive. We lost the word if, we took out the pronoun she, we also took out the modal verb would, and we simply used to help, the infinitive. Example 2, obligation. Neil asked his mother, what should I buy Becky for her birthday? Now how will we report this question? First, we could try to report the question using as many of the original words as possible. Neil asked his mother what he should buy his sister for her birthday. We could also say, Neil asked his mother what to buy his sister for her birthday. The second reported statement uses a WH infinitive. It's a shorter statement. You can see that we lost the modal verb should, and we don't need the pronoun he. Example 3, a possibility. Where can I buy ballet slippers for my little sister? Neil asked his girlfriend. The first way we can report that question is, Neil asked his girlfriend where he could buy ballet slippers for his little sister. The second way we can report the question, Neil asked his girlfriend where to buy ballet slippers for his little sister. The second statement uses a WH infinitive, where to buy. Again, you see a shorter statement. We don't have the pronoun he, and we don't need could, the modal verb. It's already expressed by using the WH infinitive.
Let's try an exercise to check your understanding.
Exercise 2. Report each question using an infinitive or WH infinitive. Example, when should I give Becky her gift, Mom? Asked Neil. This question uses a WH word, so we can use a WH infinitive to report it. When. We know we don't need the modal verb should or the pronoun I. We'll take our verb give and use the infinitive, to give. Neil asked his mother when to give Becky her gift. Now you try number 1. Can you please help me choose ballet slippers for a 3-year-old? Neil asked the salesperson. Answer. Neil asked the salesperson to help him choose ballet slippers for a 3-year-old. 2. Where should I hide the ballet slippers so Becky doesn't find them before her birthday? Neil asked. Answer. Neil asked where to hide the ballet slippers so Becky didn't find them before her birthday. 3. I want to make a birthday card using a picture of Becky and me. How can I do that? Neil asked his girlfriend. Answer. Neil said he wanted to make a birthday card using a picture of Becky and him, so he asked his girlfriend how to do that.